Okay. Ready?
Yay! And the broken clapper.
And the broken clapper
It's only
returns.
been used.
Actually, no, you've kind of fixed that. You're just missing
It's
a
the
knob.
bolt at the back.
You're missing the knob.
Got one right here.
Okay. Right. Let's get down to business.
Oh dear.
Grace has already told me that I need to behave today because I'm the one editing it, and I already know I'm going to be a pain if I don't sort myself out before we get started.
You just move very.
I just move. Yeah, I know.
You're editing it. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Anyway,
nervous.
We should probably say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi guys, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Actors Waiting Room podcast. And this week I am back here with Jay O'Connell. Feels really weird to say your whole name.
Yeah.
Because people don't know
my
who
legal
you are.
government name.
Yeah, well that is your name.
Well,
That's also your stage name.
Hello, I'm Jay O'Connell. Nice to see you all again.
Oh, you weirdo. But yeah, as many of you might know, Jay is my cameraman director of the podcast. Slash fiance, yes.
Yeah. Thanks for having me back.
No, it's really nice to
I always get really, I don't know, I'm a bit honoured that you'd have me back more than once, to be honest. I feel like every time there's a bit of imposter syndrome in me that says, why am I going on this podcast? I think, to be honest, we'll talk about lots of things like that with today's topic that you've shared with me.
Yeah.
But I always do wonder, like, am I in line with your other guests? Am I a good guest?
Yeah, I always think that every time I do a solo episode, I think, like, do I have the expertise to share advice on certain topics?
I love your solo reps.
But thanks.
I love them.
Thanks. But yeah, I hate compliments.
Nice.
I just
Great.
Another thing about me, I hate compliments, which is weird because I wanted to be an actor, which is, people always think, oh, you really want to be seen, and like half the time I really don't. But
it's interesting, isn't it? We'll get onto it, I'm sure.
Oh God, we don't need to get into that.
Why don't you introduce the app before we...
Okay, yeah, anyway, so we are supposed to be talking about kind of what it's like to be an actor in your late 20s. And also from people who have been in the industry for 5+ years now.
Yeah. What have we been like? 7? Nearly 8 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think. Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah, and also I think, like, not every actor's going to be at this point. I think, like, some people come to acting, like, much later than in their... Or some people arrive in their late 20s. Like, there's lots of people that come... into acting at different points, but I feel like the majority of the actors that have been to drama school, you started at the age of like probably 18, 19. We were 19 when we started.
Yeah, we were.
Just because we both actually had a year out.
Yeah.
Before we came to drama school.
What did you do in your year out?
I went to another performing arts college.
I was going to say, is that when you went to the dance school?
Yeah, I was supposed to like have a year out and then ended up auditioning for a place at Nottingham. It's called Midlands Academy of Dance and Drama.
Yeah.
It's basically a dance course.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a dancer originally.
Yeah, I worked with a guy, wasn't there? Do you remember Luke?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. He was a couple of years above me, I think. So I really wanted to be a dancer, so that's why I went there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was supposed to have a year off and then ended up doing a year foundation course.
How do you think your life would be different if you didn't have that course and you did actually take a year off? Do you think you'd be in the same position now?
No.
Really?
I really don't.
Really?
I think, I don't know. I definitely think it happened for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Were you like dead set on being a dancer before you did the dance course? I feel like this is stuff I should know.
Yeah.
This isn't the podcast, this is just me asking as a fiancé.
Yeah.
So I feel like you've probably told me this and I should know it.
No, I don't think we ever have had this conversation, but no, I was dead set on being a dancer, I think. I think, if we're going to get really into it.
Let's get into it.
I think my first like place that I went to go look round when I was finishing my A-levels, so like everyone was talking about which university you were going to. I went to go look round Lipper.
Ah, great school.
Yeah, and it's beautiful inside as well. And it was like the first time that I felt excited about being in a certain university. And I mean, it's not a university, but conservatoire, or whatever. And my mum turned around to me and said, like, that's the first time I've ever seen you
Really?
so like excited
Was
and
it
happy
Lipper,
to
or
be.
was it?
I think it was just being in the vicinity of the arts, you
Yeah.
know. But anyway, we're supposed to be talking about
Mm.
20s. I think probably where I was going to start my first question
Yeah.
was, what did you think being an actor was like before you just went into training?
Before I went into training?
Yeah, so like before you applied to drama school, what did you think a life of an actor was like?
I don't know if I'm the right person to answer this question, because I've got a bit of a... I didn't grow up wanting to go to drama school.
Me neither.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm
I
just,
don't know
I'm just, no, but I'm just interested into what you thought the idea of being an actor was. Did you think it was glamorous? Did you think, like, what did you think about it? Or did you never think about
I
it?
don't think I ever thought about it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be useful for this question. I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine. I think it's like useful to have anyone's
Yeah.
experience.
Well, when I was younger, I always wanted to do music. Like, I wanted to be a musician. That was like the arts that I really wanted to... I could see myself doing. And it wasn't even like seeing like a career. To be honest, I never really like saw like a career for myself in a lot of ways. But I always wanted to do music. And then I did like a musical in one of my high schools. I was like 14 and just really liked it. And I think the two things kind of go hand in hand. Like, if you do music, they'll assume you can sing, you can't. And then they'll assume you can act, you can't. But it, you know, the bug bites you a little bit, so you kind of see where it goes. And then I kind of forgot about it entirely, and I wanted to do kinesiology and sports science, but I didn't have the grades for it. I wasn't a smart enough kid on the science side of things. So my parents pushed me for drama school. They said, you've always enjoyed it, you should really try for this.
Oh, wow.
Whether they thought I was good or they just didn't think I was good enough for something.
Go to drama school, try that one.
Yeah. You don't have the grades, kid. Try this out. But I did always enjoy it, so I thought, okay, let's make the best of it. And auditioned for a few places, got into a couple of them. I didn't know anything about drama schools because I didn't live here.
No, I didn't know anything like
And
that.
I'd applied to a few, but like, just because I'd Googled
Yeah, me too.
acting courses.
Literally that.
And then you come here and you realise like there's like 10 other places that are like leaders or big ones.
Yeah, like I didn't even know Rose Bruford was a place.
Yeah.
I didn't know that East 15 was a place.
Yeah.
Guildford didn't know existed.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Guildhall. There's honestly so many of the like what people class as like the top tier drama schools. Obviously, I'd heard of RADA.
Yeah.
Central came up purely on a Google search.
Okay.
So yeah, I was the same. I was completely like just random.
I was doing it all through like UCAS because
Yeah.
I lived in Canada.
Well, also UCAS because family didn't have the funds to be like, oh, we can pay for it privately. So it had to go through UCAS. So it had to be attached to some sort of university. Otherwise, there was no way I was going to go at all. But then you have you think that's enough. And then actually then you have to go and audition at these places and then try and get in.
I don't always understand the fees. Do we want to get into this? I don't know if we do. I don't want to make it this kind of episode.
No, I don't
but
either.
Like on the topic, like, yeah, there's a lot of hurdles to jump through.
The fees, I'm sorry, I don't agree with, but...
I guess it's different if, like, it's not a, like, university. If it's, like, an independent school, then I guess they're going to have a different system.
I don't know.
But, I mean, I'll be... If we're on the topic, I deliberately didn't audition for RADA because I saw it was like £85 to audition.
Yeah,
I thought just for the first round.
I know.
Are you kidding?
It's weird, isn't it?
So I just thought I don't think that's even worth the effort.
I mean, maybe we're missing something, but like I really I don't want to make me neither. But I don't understand why they charge for drama school auditions.
Yeah.
Like, surely you want people to come.
Maybe it's a lack of funding. I don't know. Maybe
lack of funding at RADA. Sorry. Okay, we'll stop now.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm just like, that school is one of the highest prestigious schools.
I'm trying so hard here, by the way.
Yeah, okay, fine. Well,
I'm
fine.
sorry. I'm trying so hard to bite my tongue and be a nice little actor.
No, it's just, anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more to it that we don't know, but...
To answer your question...
Originally, yeah.
I don't really know if I even had an idea of what a career would look like. It was only when I was actually in it and I realised... maybe I can make myself something out of this. Yeah. Something of myself out of this.
So when did you think that acting was going to be like the thing that you were going to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, was it at drama school that you thought,
It was
okay,
about 6 weeks into the first semester of the first year.
Jesus, that's so intense.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a career out of this.
Yeah, it wasn't really about a career. Christ, I feel like this is a therapy session, honestly. I'm so really just like opening up. But listen, high school, I didn't really try. I didn't really like put in any effort. I didn't really love the school system or being in education. I wanted to go out and work and do something with my life.
Instead, yeah.
Have a bit of freedom and all that, like many people do. Being at drama school, I really felt like there was something I could work towards for me, and I felt like I could do it, and that I could be good at it, and that I could enjoy it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I remember like being like 5 or 6 weeks in and turning around and being like, I could really get something out of this. I need to put the effort in. And I'll be honest, like the first like 2 months I was back in this country, I didn't really give a fuck. I didn't really care. I wasn't like putting any effort in. I was going to the gym and I was drinking and doing naughty drugs and just being silly and just wasting my time. And I realised I didn't want to waste my time. I wanted to actually make something of myself.
Yeah.
And I found something that I loved, thought I could be maybe good at, but had like the opportunity right in front of me to have 3 years of actually trying.
And it was intense. Like, I think everyone who's been to drama school will say that, but it is like, if you haven't been to drama school, it's very intense and it's intimidating. And I think probably coming from backgrounds like we had similar backgrounds growing up, knowing nothing about that. And then also there was a lot of other members of our year group that had either previously worked, had agents, or knew every director's name under the sun. And then you just go, crap, I've got to hurry up and I've got to catch up because some of these people have been training since, you know, they could walk. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they've been doing it forever. And but then obviously you graduate and then you're thrown out into the industry. Yeah, and then
I feel like we need to skip a few years
Yeah,
ahead.
we do, definitely. But what I'm trying to say is like, how different do you feel now about the industry in your late 20s than you did? Because we emerged in our early 20s. That's when we graduated.
I feel enormously different now.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I feel a great sense of calm about it. And not everyone's out to get you. And there is no competition, not really.
No, there isn't.
Other than with yourself. I think that's healthy. And, you know, striving to be the best you can is the only competition you really need to be better than you were a year ago on the last job or whatever. I feel like you're kind of bred to be competitive a little bit.
Yeah, you absolutely are. At drama school.
Yeah. And there's this like need to like prove yourself, I think, and like prove that you can do it and prove that you've earned it. You've got the right to be like in this room and in this conversation. Yeah. And really, like, you've got it anyway. Yeah. And there is no like job that's going to prove that for you. No. The fact that you're there is the proof. Yeah. I think what's weird is that like when you get a certain job, it provides some burst of joy and relief at the same time that you've gotten a job that you said to everybody you were going to go out and try and get. And then when you leave that job, that acting job, then you're kind of thrown back into the mix again. And I think to have that sort of like up and down schedule like 24/7, it's really hard hitting on the old like nervous system, isn't it? I think now I'm much calmer about the state of the industry. I no longer feel desperate to please, I think. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just a part of your life now. It is. Like, it is just a part of my life now. I mean, like, the first, like, year out of drama school. God, it's... All I thought about was, like, what do I need to do today? Yeah. I'm behind. I need to do something. That person's getting auditions, I'm not. Yeah. I need to learn the saxophone because my agent said so. Yeah. They didn't say that. They said learn skills. I said, great. So 6 months to learn the saxophone, that's good enough for you? Yeah. Again, eager to please. The skills thing is completely out of whack. I think everything gets distorted, doesn't it? Because as you get more desperate for more parts, more auditions or whatever it is, then you kind of, everything kind of gets distorted where you're like, right, I'll learn to play the piano, or right, I'll learn to make balloon animals, or right, do you know what I mean? It's great skills, but learn to do it because you want to do it. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's something that you'd like to bring to the table as an actor or an artist. Yeah. Rather than I need to get more asterisks is, how do you say, what? Asterisks? Highly skilled stars. Highly skilled stars in the spotlight.
Yeah. No, it's true. And I think I remember having this conversation like a few years ago now, where I was thinking, okay, I need to figure out what the most highly wanted skill is, and I'll go do that, and I'll put that on my spotlight CV. Like, in what world? Like, it's so random and like.
Did you download Duolingo during lockdown? Just trying to learn a language.
Yeah, languages was a big one a couple of years ago, and then it became, there was a lot of Actamuso stuff, so then everyone jumped on trying to learn, different instruments, but like it's like you said, like learn it because you want to learn it.
There
and
is
like,
an element of like being marketable as a performer.
Yeah.
But come on.
Yeah.
It's not all just
but like you can't expect to bend yourself in like 5 different ways to try and fit one very specific casting brief. Like every casting brief is really different. So the chances are that you're going to be able to hit all of those things is quite rare. And I always used to say to friends and stuff, I was like, the fact that you've got an audition is like such a huge feat in itself, because think about how many thousands of submissions will have been in for just the one thing, and you've been selected to do a self-tape or an audition or whatever it is.
I've had a very brief bit of time in casting myself, as in casting for my own work, whether that's through clients or like personal projects. And like any time I'm picking someone, it's because they could do it.
Yeah.
And like I'm getting a selection mainly for availability. Like if this person can't do it, let's get this person in.
Yeah.
Or because I need to send a selection of people to the client and see what they think.
Yeah.
Because I like all of you.
Yeah.
What do you like the most? Or who do you like the most?
Yeah.
It's such a big win. And like obviously I'm not a casting director. I'm not working on productions that do hire people through Spotlight or anything like that. But from when I've done it, it's a yes from me anyway. It's then just like logistics.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that you kind of learn along the way once you've been in a bit longer, is like there used to be, and I have had this belief before, like, oh, there's no point me putting like my heart and soul into it because I'm not going to get the part, because I don't
it's
really.
A bit of self-sabotage.
Yeah, it is, and it's like, I've heard other actors say like, well, I'm not going to get it. And I just think, but they've asked you in the room for a reason.
Ironically though, sometimes that does get you the job.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
Not caring as much.
Yeah.
There's a difference though
there
between
is.
like coming into the room, being calm because we're okay if we get it or if we don't.
Yeah.
Whereas some people going, I'm not going to prepare as much.
So what's the point?
You come across actually just, it's like a psychological thing. You come across as like kind of unbothered.
Yeah, and a little bit.
And it's like,
do I want to work with you?
And it's a bit, that's off-putting, isn't it? That's really off-putting. But yeah, I can remember loads of that going around within like my acting community, as being like, I don't know why this casting director's asked me in the room again because I didn't get it the last time I auditioned with them. Yeah, but you've got to think though, like, why are they asking you back?
And
like,
it might have been like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, and also like,
and they still remember you.
Yeah, but sometimes, and sometimes they ask you back in again and they don't instantly remember you because they see so many faces, but they've still been drawn to your profile, so there is something there. And I always used to say to people, like, you cannot just give up straight away because like they've asked you for a reason. People don't waste time inviting you to audition.
That slot would happily go to someone
exactly
else.
like, why would they bother watching your self-tape at all if they went, I don't really fancy this person?
I hate watching self-tapes. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. It's actually such a massive amount of time. Yeah. You ask for it and like you got to do it, but like when you sit down, you've got to actually watch them back. There's so many to look through. And you got to actually like look through them properly.
Yeah, of course you do.
You got to like really give them the attention to detail.
Exactly. Because
they're putting in the effort. I've got to put in the effort. I can't just like nope.
Is it like when you watch other people's self-tapes? Yeah. There's loads of people that just go, oh, well, the casting brief says this. I don't match that. They've called me in anyway. What's the point? And I go, well, there obviously is a point because they don't waste their time on.
It's nice to see it just as like a general meeting.
Yeah.
Like if you don't think you're going to get it and you know that, go in. It's just a meeting with them. It's a chance to do a bit of work, show them what you can do, keep them up to date. Yeah. Because there might have been a year or two, it might have been a few months, whatever. You can just chat, and you get to like talk with like-minded creatives.
I was about to say it's nice to be with other creatives.
It's wonderful. Oh my god! And if you get the chance to act, what if it's the first chance you get that month to do that?
Yeah, and I get that because like daily life as an actor is tiring. Just in the sense of like, you know, you have all these day jobs, you try and stay flexible in the hope that X, Y, and Z happens, and that's why, like, and I've said it on so many times, is that you have to look after yourself first.
Yeah.
Because it's so important. It's more important than people realise, because then it gives you this negative mindset of like, you know, when you receive an audition tape or something last minute and you kind of get frustrated because it's like, oh God, it's so fast turnaround, I've got to learn lines, it's stressful, you want the job but also you're knackered from your day job or whatever you've been doing.
It's an element of like, I'm tired and life is getting in the way, so I can't give my all to this.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the thing that you're wanting.
Yeah.
So like, if you can't get to that point and be excited about the tape or be excited about the fact that you get to act, you need to look after yourself. You need to look after your mindset, because it's, you know, that's damaging that. That's the thing that you want.
You're the most creative when you're financially and emotionally stable and fulfilled.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like this whole like suffering artist
No,
ideology.
it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Like,
it might inspire a few things from life experience, but it's not a sustainable way to create.
No, it's not. And like, actually, the people that you see on your TV screen constantly,
They got money.
they're not living like that.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
So
they got money. They're good. They're fulfilled. They got a stable schedule.
Yeah.
A good paycheck. A support network.
Yeah. So you have to equally treat the same, like you have to treat your life like the same. Do you know what I mean? You have to make sure that you're just looking after yourself in whatever way that you need to. Absolutely. That's the biggest thing I've learned in my late 20s. It's like, I really don't have to throttle myself as much as I thought that I did.
No. There's time.
Yeah, there's so much time.
There's time.
On the other flip side of that though,
Go on.
is, do you not feel more pressure now the older you get in the industry? Or do you get less pressure?
Not late 20s.
No?
Not late 20s, no, because I have a feeling a lot of jobs are going to come in from like the age of 35 onwards. Because I still look quite young. I say I'd look a little bit younger than my actual age. Skincare. If we're really real, there's a lot of 20-year-old actors and not a lot of 20-year-old roles.
No, there's not.
There's like 16-year-olds and then like 30-year-olds.
I feel like
there's not a lot in between.
No, it's true. The only ones you see is like Zendaya, Tom Holland,
who have been active for 20 years.
Yeah. Jacob Elordi.
And built generational legacy careers.
Yeah, and they're kind of allowed to do those bigger roles, but actually like there really isn't that many parts for the for the 20-year-old.
There's not as many stories.
No.
And yeah, I think most things, you turn on the TV or you watch a film, most people are
older.
They're probably like 40 minimum.
Particularly like BBC, ITV drama stuff, which is a lot of like, I think, what us English actors want to get into. It's what I would love to do.
Yeah, you'd be great for it.
I'd love to.
Give yourself 10 years, you'll be fine.
Casting directors, do you hear that?
So the way I see it is that no, there's not really as much pressure, because like I think it's a combination of things. I also just want to live my life and make something of myself in my own way. But all of this work that I'm doing now, all the little jobs, they all build up for that moment when I am like the right age and the right casting for something, that I've got enough behind me and enough experience and credits and connections, whatever you want to call it. I've done enough. Yeah. And when that comes along, it'll be at the right moment and the right time for me. I'm not going to be... There have been things I've gone up for that I'm just not ready for. Whether I'm not old enough or haven't got enough experience. And like, I know going in, like, this isn't quite right for me now, but 5 to 7 years, I think it probably would be really good.
Yeah. But I think as a man, like, you can have that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you can, women. Yeah, absolutely. Like I feel a huge amount of pressure to be like, I've got to make sure that I fulfill my career by a certain age, because then I'm going to have to start thinking about if I want children. Like that's a huge thing.
Do you think that's still a big blocker in the industry?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course it is. Because you just think, you know, if you're a woman that does want to have children, then you kind of have to think financially, where are we to be able to provide for that child? Yeah. And then you kind of have to think, do I have to go get the regular job for the maternity leave? Or there's so many things to think about. And then, or you just go, okay, I'm just going to forget about that, completely your choice. But then, you know, you might get to the other side of 30 and it might be, you know, it just might be a pressing, it's a pressing thing. I think men obviously don't have that. I think that's
probably much more of a, no, I don't feel the pressure. When I'm 35, it'll be great.
Yeah.
No, obviously.
Whereas like a 35-year-old woman
very different
will
question for
feel a
you.
very different sort of pressure.
Yeah.
Because, you know, but at the same time, there are still some amazing like women out there that are just doing it. But I do think the stability thing, because that's the pressure as well, isn't it? It's like, how long do you stay in these flexible jobs that perhaps don't pay you as much as what you think, or you know, or what you want to be paid. But you know, men might have this thing as well, like, do they want to buy a house, do they want to settle down in any way, and things like that. So there are things to both sides of it, but there is definitely I think I do feel a pressure there to be like, oh, I've got to get moving because I've got to do this.
You do have like an immediate time pressure built in,
which is odd, and I hate to say that because like I don't want to scare other women, like, do you know what I mean? But
do you feel like you've got to do enough in case you go and have kids?
Yeah.
So when you come back to it, it's not like starting from zero.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think it is a thing. Although I'm not like desperate to have children now, and I'm not thinking about it now. Sorry.
No, please no.
But like, do you know what I mean? It's a life question that you have to, like, as a woman, say yes or no to.
Yeah.
Okay, my next question is a bit deep.
Okay, let's go deep.
And it could be quite negative, but do you still want it as deeply as you wanted it when you were in your early 20s or at drama school?
No, and for very good reasons.
Okay.
On the one hand, at the time, it was the only thing that really creatively fulfilled me.
Yeah.
And since then, I've discovered quite a few other things that do that for me.
Yeah.
I think a lot of really wanting it came from, I don't feel this fulfillment. And as soon as I kind of found it in other places, I calmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
And day to day, I could find that fulfillment a little bit more. I think on the flip side as well, I don't really feel like I need to prove myself anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're fresh out, like you're just
you're fired up, like, do you know what I mean? You're really like,
but
whoa.
All you got behind you is a few drama school credits, and over time you add a few things, and you're like, okay, I've got a little bit behind me now. Kind of proved it to myself a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so. So.
What about you?
Yeah, the desperation's gone.
Yeah.
But I still love it. Yeah, like, I think I love it more.
What was your question?
Do I want it as deeply as I did? Do I want it as deeply? That's a big question, isn't it? I think I'm in love with the craft more now than I was when I first graduated. But I am also just about okay if I don't get everything that I want.
Yeah.
But I spoke to a friend the other day and we were talking about our creative courses, and I think she did a directing course. She was saying that if she got to do it all over again, she probably wouldn't have done that course. And she said, "What about you?" And I said, "No, I made the right decision. If I had to go back and do it all over again and still live the same life as I did now, I'd do it all over again. Yeah, I would go to drama school again." Yeah. So I don't know. Too. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's probably quite a nice question to ask yourself. But yeah, I absolutely am, very happy with everything that turned out, even though it wasn't fame, massive parts, you know. Yeah. You don't see me on the West End. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm still 100% happy that
Not yet. You never know.
You never know.
No, you really
Paint me green and stick me on a broomstick, even though I can't sing.
You're only just at the end of your 20s, though. In a long career or a long life, there's plenty of time.
Legally Blonde, watch out. Joking. Could you imagine?
Could I imagine you with blonde hair?
No, it would just be like the worst reviews probably a musical ever got.
Would Grace look good with blonde hair?
No.
What do you think?
No.
I think you'd rock it.
I would look awful.
I think you'd rock it.
But anyway, I think people wouldn't be so concerned about the blonde. I think they'd be concerned about the singing. Yeah. So they'd be like, Jesus, the worst review
that blonde
on West
girl
End.
that can't sing?
Yeah, who can't sing.
Well,
how has she been casted?
You can sing.
Not like that. Not like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm no Cynthia Erivo. Do you know what I mean? No Ariana Grande. None of that. What would you say, it's probably our last question now. What would you say was your big takeaway to somebody who's probably just started out in their career and what they're looking forward to when they get into their late 20s in a creative industry, what would you say to them that's coming to them when they hit their late 20s?
I think the best part, and this goes for life as well, the best part about, if I could go back as a 29-year-old now and talk to my 19-year-old self, I'd tell myself that it gets a lot easier to just back yourself. And just like fight your own corner.
Yeah, trust your own instincts.
When you get to the end of your 20s, I'm really excited to get into my 30s. Just in life. Not as an actor, just in life. Yeah. Because I know what I want. I know who I like. I know who I don't like.
Yeah.
What I don't like, what I won't stand for, what I don't want out of my life. I've got a little bit of money behind me, a bit of a life, and a good set of people around me. Your life is just a little bit more set up for you to be able to have confidence in yourself. And that's a really nice thing. That's like outside of acting, but I think it influences your creative career as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're just more in a position to back yourself.
Yeah.
And you have such a better chance going into these rooms.
Yeah.
Because you're just a little bit
you're just more
further
on
along
it.
in life.
You're just more on it. Like I used to go into audition rooms and just be like, just pray for the best, just go in, and it would be like some sort of weird vision where I'd just be like, whatever, just go in and do something. And I probably did some absolutely horrific performances, and then actually like nowadays I'll get the script and more calmer. I'll look at the script and I'll be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to back my own choices. I'm going to go in that room. Very calm, say genuinely hi to people rather than going hi and looking literally here, there and everywhere. Generally say hi to people, have a chat with people.
You really do learn to just appreciate other people.
Yeah,
as well.
You do, I
and
think.
Just like, if you're having a meeting with them, you're there.
Yeah.
You're there for it.
Exactly.
And that's a really nice thing that I think when you're young and you're so driven and you're so ready to get somewhere, you don't actually... You're not fully there for
You're not present, I don't think.
Nah,
I don't think you're that present.
You might be like present as an actor, but as a person, like 90% of you's there. 10% of you is like impatient and trying to get to the next thing, I think. Maybe that's a personal reflection, but I think it goes without saying for a lot of other people too.
Yeah.
But you get later on, you just like, you just settle a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that good advice? I don't know.
That's
what I tell myself.
Anyway, right, we'll conclude it there.
Okay.
Thanks so much for chatting.
Thanks for having me.